mean, what are you going to do? You want to die from COVID, or you want to die for police brutality? Like, do people even have a choice right now? Do Black people even have a choice, right? So, if you're going to die for something worthwhile. It's very much different being in the space, being in occupied space with the people, than it is watching it on television, right? Because on television, you kind of see the pictures, but you're separated from the pain and the grief. Being in Minneapolis and hearing the local people demand justice, and hearing these other different ridiculous stories about people being assaulted, people being killed, because the story that's going out to the world is the story of George Floyd. But when you get here to Minneapolis and you learn more about the cycle of this systemic racism that's happening here, it's heartbreaking. The problem is that there's so many different acts like this that happen around America that as soon as you start to concentrate on one, another one happens. And so the attention gets taken away from the initial case. And when that happens, the outcries from the world community goes away. And then that's when local DAs, are able to kind of shift the narrative and, not necessarily do what the public is demanding of them. But keep in mind, have these people not burned this city down, which, I have my own opinion about that, but when you get here and you hear about all these different cases, like it's not just about justice for George Floyd. It's about justice for the people of color here in the city of Minneapolis. And so, you can't, like, I told people earlier today, like, even if I don't agree with the way that they're handling it, I'm still going to stand with them, because this is what they feel is necessary for them to get this pain that they carry and this trauma and this, frustration and anger, off their chests. And there's a lot of young people out here who are seeing these things happen, and nothing happens to the people who perpetrate these crimes, and they're frustrated, they're confused, they're tired, they're angry, and they're fed up. It's only so much we can do, right? Outside, because if the people of Minneapolis don't start setting fire to the city, then the DA doesn't really move as fast, right? All he had to do was arrest this man and charge him from day one, and none of that would have happened, right? So my thing is to make sure that when you have injustice in your community, make yourself heard, whichever way that you feel is the best way for you to make yourself heard in order for people to do something about it, then do it. I'm not going to condemn these guys for what they felt they needed to do, because if they hadn't done it, they probably wouldn't have got the action today. But if you want to be mad about them burning it down, then you should have just convicted this guy you should have just arrested and